How's it going, everyone? We have got yet another new PlayStation Store sale. I thought the Planet of the Discount sale was really solid that just went live, and now we got a weekend sale that I gotta say, the weekend sale for a weekend offer deals, there's actually a lot of notable stuff in this. Typically, a weekend offer sale is kind of memes, but this one has a lot of newer titles and notable games that are heavily discounted, so we'll talk all about it, and yeah, let's get right into it. Right off the top, Fallout 4 is 60% off for $7.99. Obviously, it got a PS5 upgrade as well. Unfortunately, not the Game of the Year edition, but still, if you want to check out Fallout 4, not a bad pickup, and I wasn't crazy about the game in terms of my hype level was just astronomical, and I think a lot of people had that issue leading up to Fallout 4. I don't know if you guys remember when this game was revealed, but Bethesda at that point had so much goodwill to them that Fallout 4 was seen that it was going to be this just gargantuan game, and it was a good game. It just wasn't at the level of Fallout 3 or New Vegas, in my opinion. Still a worthwhile playthrough, and for $7.99, not a bad pickup. Next up, we got Cyberpunk 2077, 40% off for $29.99. Now, this is the price point that Cyberpunk has been going down to quite often. Is it worth $30? I mean, after Cyberpunk 2.0 came out, probably. Like, it is a good game. I still don't think it's this revolutionary second coming that people were expecting back in 2020, but really people's expectations were just completely wild back then. And I know I just said that about Fallout 4, but if you read between the tea leaves with Cyberpunk 2077 after all the delays, like, that was on anyone that was expecting this game to be good. Yes, I know CDPR promoted it in such a way, but after like 3 or 4 consecutive delays, you gotta realize that there's trouble in paradise. And with Cyberpunk 2077's original release, I didn't even think it was that bad. Like, people thought this game was like Rogue Warrior tier, I feel, back in 2020. And yes, on PS4, it was Rogue Warrior tier, but on PC, it was quite good back then. And obviously, if you're playing this game, you should be playing it on PS5. The PS4 version, like, just don't be doing that. You're doing the game a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice. I know it's released on PS4, but it really shouldn't be available on PS4, but I digress. At least I know they patched it quite a bit, and obviously I haven't played the PS4 version in a long time, but, you know, if you want to play it, wait until you get a PS5 if you're still on PS4. However, I would argue that if you have a PS5 with a disc drive, or you're picking up a Pro with a disc drive, you should wait till Black Friday and see if they put the Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition on sale physically. That's where I feel like the best value deal is going to be, and I foresee it being down to like $30, $35, and that includes Phantom Liberty, and you'd be making out like a bandit at that point. So that is how I would approach things, but you do whatever the hell you want to do. The game is quite good. There is a Plus Premium trial for the 2 people that still have a Plus Premium subscription. Walking Dead: The Telltale Definitive Series is 70% off for $14.99. This deal is awesome. You get Walking Dead Seasons 1 through 4, you get 400 Days, and you get the Michonne miniseries. From a value standpoint, this is great. Walking Dead, in my opinion, did peak with Season 1. Season 2 was great as well. Season 3 was and Season 4 was decent, but you know, for all that content for $15, I would say, you know, the quality level of Season 1 and 2, that is alone worth $15, but you get all that other bonus stuff as well. Just a fantastic deal for $15. Definitely give that a look. Subnautica is $12. Slime Rancher 2, $24. South Park Snow Days, $32.49. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for the 3 people that don't own that is $9.99. What else we got? We got Dying Light 2, Stay Human Ultimate Edition. Surprised they're putting this on sale again, but it is 30% off for $63. You guys, this is going to be delisted here very soon. I don't have Techland's tweet up right now, but I believe it's gonna get pulled by the end of this month, and maybe even sooner. It might be middle of this month, but it's fairly soon, and I would highly recommend, if you have interest in this, pick it up. Why is it being pulled? Well, it's because Dying Light, The Beast, which was originally scheduled to be a DLC expansion to Dying Light 2 Stay Human, that essentially Assassin's Creed Mirage did and Halo 3 ODST did, where it's become big enough that they're gonna release it as a standalone product. Probably, if I would venture to guess, at $40, maybe $50. If we use Assassin's Creed Mirage as a baseline, I get that's Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is always gonna price their things a little higher, but AC Mirage was $50, and Dying Light The Beast is known to have 18 hours of content. I could easily seeing it be $50. And if it is $50, that is incredible value with the Ultimate Edition, because if you don't know, the Ultimate Edition included 2 DLC packs. Since it promoted to include DLC number 2, and even though Dying Light the Beast has been spun into its own game, you will still get Dying Light the Beast with the Ultimate Edition. So, you know, if you factor out $40 to it, it's $23, which for that price, it's great already. But then if it's $50, which I could easily see it being, they haven't said anything definitively, then this deal is just a bargain. As far as Dying Light 2, the game itself, I don't think it's as good as Dying Light 1. Do I still think it's a very good game? Yeah, absolutely. I think the parkour is great. The combat isn't that great, but it's still fine. Narratively, it really fumbles in the second half of the story. I thought it started off incredibly compelling, but the second half, just not as enthralling. But what can you do? Metal Gear Solid 5, the definitive experience, is $11.99. Save an additional 10% as a Plus subscriber, $9.99 for that. Obviously, this game got its price appreciated because I believe it is going to be baked into MGS Volume 2, the Master Collection Volume 2, so they don't want to be selling it for $4 or $5 like they used to, but MGS 5 is great. I still really enjoyed the game despite all the controversy, and at this point, if you're going into the game, I mean, we are 9 years removed, yes, 9 years removed from the clown show that was MGS5, Konami, Kojima, all that stuff. You're going into it for the game itself, and the game itself is an enjoyable open-world action stealth experience. And the thing about MGS5 is I feel like the open world, the game design, complemented what MGS5's or MGS's gameplay has always been. The open world didn't detract from Metal Gear as an experience. Rather, I thought it all worked cohesively and it just complemented it. The gameplay in MGS5 I thought was the most standout element of it, and I would highly recommend it in that regard. Narratively, a lot of the story is told through the use of cassette tapes, and it's still a compelling story, but it's just told in a different way, which I understand why people had their issues with. And on top of that, cut content, baby. I'm sure y'all know about that story, but it is what it is. If you're paying $9.99 for it, it's pretty decent, but bear in mind, Master Collection Volume 2 probably will include it. Subnautica Below Zero, $11.99. System Shock Remake is $24. Really solid discount on that for an atmospheric first-person title. Sifu, $16. If you want to rage and damn near break a controller, that is a good option. It's a great game, though. Very rewarding. Goat Sim 3, 60% off for $11.99. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, 75% off for $14.99. Awesome deal for Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Not crazy about Lego Star Wars, you know, is gaining my fandom a little bit, but I wouldn't say I'm remotely a big fan of it. Like, at this point, how many movies out of Star Wars have I seen? Like 3 in total? Like, yeah, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I did really enjoy Fallen Order and Survivor, of course, and, you know, I like the IP, and I enjoy the setting, but as a Lego game, I thought Skywalker Saga was awesome. Really enjoyable, good bit of content, $15, no-brainer there. Definitely would give that a recommendation. Riders Republic Skate Edition, $14.99. Avatar Last Airbender Quest for Balance, that game is terrible. $19.99 though on that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Cowabunga Collection, $16 on that. That's pretty good for the value content you get. If you're into TMT, not a bad pickup there. AEW Fight Forever Ultimate Edition, 35% off for $65. Yo, that is a ripoff. That is absolute highway robbery to the consumer. Oh my goodness. How are they going to be charging $65 for that? That's just absolutely wild. There is fun to be had, like, but that game should be like $10. Like, literally should be like $10. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, if you want to buy that standalone, that's down to $14. If you are a Plus subscriber, that is $16 if you're not. I would say just get the Master Collection when you see a deep discount on that, given that the Master Collection physically has been down to $19.99. Yeah, I wouldn't really be looking at that. Dying Light 1, $3.99 for that. Awesome deal there. Definitely give that a look if you're one of the few people that haven't played it yet. It's a great game. Amnesia the Bunker, $12.49. I wasn't crazy about Amnesia the Bunker like a lot of other people. It is one of those cases that people thought so highly of it, or relatively highly of it, that for $12.49, if you're into horror games, you're going to enjoy that quite a bit. Sniper Elite 4, $5.99. Great price on that. Streets of Rage 4 down to $11.24 if you are a Plus subscriber. $12.49 if you're not. That's a great deal. Great beat 'em up there. And it does a good job of hearkening to the old days of beat 'em ups while also modernizing the game. I think the visuals look great in that game, and they find a really good happy medium of, you know, catering towards the nostalgia, but also at the same time being aesthetically pleasing to a modern audience. For that price point, I think it's great. If you're remotely into beat 'em ups, check that out. Outlast Bundle of Terror, $2.89 on that for Outlast and Outlast Whistleblower. That's great. Temtem is $18. Not a bad deal on that either. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed, $18. Watch Dogs 1, $3.99. That's one of those games that if you haven't played it, go back and play it. I think a lot of people will find some enjoyment out of it, given that you're not going into it with the grandiose expectations that a lot of us did back in 2014. Yes, damn near a decade ago, or actually over a decade ago. I think it was May of 2014 that Watch Dogs came out. So yeah, kind of insane it's been that long. I remember the hype and anticipation when this game originally got revealed at one of the E3s. I think people really saw it as another Assassin's Creed level IP. Never really panned out that way. Darksiders 3 is $8, Crisis 3 $9, Detective Reborn bundle, which includes a couple Sherlock Holmes titles, $9.79. The Fusion bundle, which after $16.49, an additional 5% off, which the regular price is $110, so 5% off is sizable. With a Plus subscription, that is $10.49. That's a damn good deal with everything that you're getting, because that includes the Sinking City, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, and Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. If you like detective, narrative-driven games, that's a damn good deal for all the content you're getting. You can get Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, but that's $6.74 standalone. Like, I would just get the Fusion bundle at that point. Darksiders War Mastered Edition, $3.99. Darksiders Fury Collection, War and Death, $7.99. Great deal on that. Tom Clancy's The Division 1 is down to $3. The Gold Edition is $4.99. Kind of wild how cheap that is, but I mean, Division came out in 2016, so it is a little bit dated at this point, to say the least. Sniper Elite V2 Remastered, $3.49 on that. Isn't bad. Darksiders Genesis, 80% off for $7.99. Solid deal there as well. Crisis 2, which is actually my favorite of the Crisis games, $9. I would just get the Crisis Trilogy, though, when that is on sale. Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy, 45% off for $16.49. Little Nightmares Complete is $7.49. Castlevania Anniversary Collection, $3.99 on that. Vampire is $7.99. I'm like one of the defenders of Vampire. I thought it was a pretty decent game. I wouldn't be paying, full price on it, but for $8, I don't think it's a bad pickup. Shadow Warrior 3 down to $9.99. Crisis Remaster, that's Crisis 1. $8.99 on that. 13 for $4. Yeah, that probably isn't something you want to check out. Unfortunately, they didn't do a great job with the remake, but they pretty much redid the game, so that is something to consider there. Yeah, $3.99 for that. Walking Dead Onslaught for $4.49. Hat in Time for $15. Elix 2, still $21 on that. You'll save an additional $3 if you're a Plus subscriber, but still, I would expect that to be sub $10 by now, but yeah, that's been holding up in price. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes Definitive Edition, $11.69 on that. Played that on the DS back in the day. Solstice, $17.49. Man, that's just a little bit too expensive. That game's been dirt cheap on PC. It's actually been given away for free on PC. So I wouldn't be paying $17.49 for it, but once that's sub $5, if you're into action games, that's actually a decent pickup. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but, if you want a lower budget Devil May Cry style game, it's not bad. Ys Origin, $4.99. Hellpoint, $7 on that. Strange Brigade is $4.99. Hotline Miami is $2.49. Not a bad pickup on that. Hotline Miami is great. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, the PS1 title, is $1.99, which is pretty good. Hotline Miami 2 is $3. Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap, and OST bundle, $7.49. Shadow Warrior Collection is $9.99. Not a awful deal. I mean, Shadow Warrior 1 and 2 are great, but we've seen that quite a bit cheaper. Young Souls, $11.24. Extinction, yeah, definitely don't pick that up, $3.99, but some good deals all around for a weekend offer sale. Definitely some good stuff. Link in the description box below. I did filter this via full game bundle, and premium edition, so none of the DLC I mentioned, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out this sale. Check out Planet of the Discounts. A lot of great stuff across the board. And again, that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.